opportunity to go to Wingates on Principal Cornet with David James conducting, and that was a very interesting experience. David James was fantastic teacher, and a fantastic musician, fantastic conductor. But I was the only girl in the band on the first one that they'd ever had. While he was there, it was fine because he looked after me. But he was only there for about 6 months, and then he moved on. I think he moved to Grimethorpe or something like that. And I was kind of left a bit exposed, and the knives were out then from the men.
So can you talk us through any of that? Because obviously I've had a few questions about that, and you know, nowadays we can't imagine what that world is like, but so give us a little bit of background about that.
We had various different conductors after David James left, and none of them were kind of regular. They weren't, you know, like a conductor would put their stamp on the band. And that day, while David James was there, he appointed me. There was no question about it. But once he'd gone and we had other conductors coming in, they didn't have the same kind of authority. And so some of the members in the band, just everything I did, there was a complaint about it. Like as Principal Cornet, I thought it was my job to say, can we play that melody legato or staccato, or can we add more dynamic in there? And they complained about that. They didn't want me talking during rehearsals. So in the end, I was told that I couldn't do my job as leader. They didn't want me to, so I had to sit there and shut up. And I decided I'd walk, so I went.
Yes. Good for you.
Yeah, and then I didn't play for a band for a couple of months, and then I got a phone call from Desford.
Amazing. About the whole female thing and how much it has changed, you know, in the 25 years since I've known you. It's changed remarkably, and that's so brilliant, isn't it? You know.
Yes, it is.
And I guess Howard and Jimmy Watson have got a lot to be great. We've got a lot to be grateful for, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, I certainly have. I mean, they were the first to take a bit of a chance and, you know, give me the opportunity. Howard, along with, you know, 3 other women, and they've all gone on and done great things as well. So it was great that we had that opportunity. And Jim didn't mind, you know, who you were, what you looked like, you know. If you could play, he wanted you in his band, which is the way I, you know, think it should be.
Of course.
And I think things have definitely moved on now. I mean, if you look round at bands, they're much more mixed.
Absolutely.
Bands up here, actually, the bands I've had anything to do with have got more women in the men. By a long shot. Yeah.
That's great.